this morning. And where you calling?
Akeisha, Berkeley, California.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm fine. I'm about to work, but Ken is the reason why I'm excited.
Nice.
I think we have an echo on the line.
Who else calling? Where you calling?
Linda McLean from Brookville.
Business. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, and yourself?
Everything is well and swell. It's a magnificent day, a winning Wednesday.
Michael McLean from Brookville.
My senior business partner, how you doing, sir? So good to hear your voice this morning.
I'm truly blessed, and I feel great.
That's wonderful. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hi, Henderson, Dayton, Ohio.
Good morning, sir. Doing big things out in Ohio. Got a winning team out there.
Yes, we do. All right.
Yeah. We
Jerome
know
and
doing big
Renetta
things out there.
Jerome and Renetta Tucker from Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
My senior business partner. Good morning. How you doing this morning? Glad to have you on the call.
Now that I hear you, doing great.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Maureen Murphy Smith.
L.A. Anderson is on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Maureen Murphy Smith on the phone.
Yes.
Congratulations, 2-star Maureen Smith.
That's right. 2-star. Doing big things. Big things. It's a historic day. Payday does not suffice. I think the roof was blowing off with these financial enhancements that Mel put in place, and we are reaping the benefits, and there's more to follow. Who else is calling in as we prepare to meet out this morning?
Hey, Jesse Belden.
From the Pentagon.
That's it.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on the call.
It's a pleasure to be on this call, Brother Paul. Definitely a pleasure. I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. Always good to hear from you.
Frida Jackson, Fairmont Heights, Maryland.
My better half. Good morning, wifey. And how are you this morning?
Great. How are you?
Doing great. It's a magnificent day in Kent.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
Wednesday.
Lily French, Washington, D.C.
Yes, and good morning, my beautiful sister. How are you this morning? And thank you for joining.
Thank you so much. How are you today?
It's a magnificent day. I'm doing great. It's fabulous.
Good.
We're getting ready to meet our family.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
It is today being Wednesday. We are in anticipation of big things happening. Not only do we get paid today, it's payday for every day. It's according to Mr. Payday, Mr. Robert Smith. He makes it happen on a daily basis. And family, I will share this with you. If you would only have one or two of your customers listen in every Wednesday as our illustrious guest, Miss Shakena Day, comes to the phone call with her helpful insights, you could generate a 4-pack being exposed to that customer, generating $120 to $160 just by the emphasis on these remarkable oil vitamin sprays and this blockbuster drink that is forthcoming with Trim by Ken. Product can be moved on a weekly and monthly basis that would generate $640 to you. So please take heed and put that in effect, because you will be gratified financially in the biggest way. She is remarkable with her helpful insights and the emphasis that she puts on these remarkable oral vitamin sprays, how they impact our health and provide enhancement of wealth and put us in a position to win not only financially but physically. So I'm hopeful that she has joined me today. And without further ado, please help me welcome to the call our illustrious guest on Wednesday, Miss Shakena Day. Shakena, have you joined us this morning?
I'm here. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning to you and to Chris. How is he?
He's doing well. He's doing very
Would
well.
you give him my regards? Y'all
I sure
are
will.
a winning combination. And we are so proud and we're blessed to have you a part of our 10 family. And we celebrate the remarkable things that you do to enhance our brand. So without further ado, let me turn it over to you, and you can just take it away.
Okay. Well, I'm just happy and glad for this opportunity, being introduced to this product, all the products, and being a part of this team and this company has just been such a great opportunity for me, myself, as well as my family. Today, I just want to briefly talk about, the importance of brain function and how pretty much a lot of things that we consume plays a major role in that. And knowing that 90% of Americans suffer from mineral imbalances or deficiencies. So with that being said, a lot of people may not be aware of, the difference between a vitamin and a mineral. There's a difference between the two. Vitamins, some vitamins your bodies can actually, produce. Minerals, your body cannot produce. So you have to actually get those from either the foods that we're eating or supplementation. And minerals have been depleted from the soil because of the fertilizers and things that the farmers are now using to make sure that their crop is being kept and not die or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, it's causing all of our minerals that we need in our bodies to be depleted from a lot of the foods that we consume. Now, the body relies on minerals to conduct and generate billions of tiny little electrical pulses. So without those impulses, your muscles can't twitch, even your heart won't even function without those electrical impulses. So that's the importance of these ionic minerals. Even your brain wouldn't even work without these tiny impulses that happen throughout the body and the signaling throughout the body if we don't have these ionic minerals in our body. So that's the importance of these ionic minerals. Now, we have a product that contains the ionic minerals, and that's the Super 10. And, we always rant and rave about the B boost and the D power and the cell energy. But the Super 10 is also a powerful spray because of what it can help in so many different ways. It can help with the inflammation throughout the body with all of the antioxidants in it, but also the ionic minerals that's in the Super 10 can help your body function as it should. It can help send those signals to your brain and help you focus and help your muscles recover. All of those things. And that's why, these sprays are so powerful, such a powerful product that we have in our hand that we can tell so many different people about. There's so many different active ingredients in each and every spray that you could always continue to learn so much, because there's so much to learn about each and every active ingredient in each spray. And it's more than that can be, than what can be said over, a phone call or, just talking with someone. But it's so much information out there regarding the active ingredients that's in these sprays that can help so many people. Now, the brain needs constant supply of glucose to meet all of the energy needs throughout the body. And also one thing that affects, the cognitive function in our bodies, in our brains, is basically making sure that we have the proper blood supply. It's also an important factor in cognitive function. Now, B12 keeps the brain cells coated with myelin. So that's very important. We always know that everybody knows that the B complex, we think of it just energy only, but it's more than just energy. Your brain needs energy to actually function. If you get tired and fatigued, and if you haven't eaten, you start to realize that, okay, I can't function. All you can think about is maybe food or whatever the case may be. But realizing, okay, my body and my brain is lacking the energy it needs to actually function properly. So one thing we want to make sure that we're doing is not skipping meals. When you start skipping meals, then it throws off your levels in your body to the point where that one thing can actually cause weight gain when you start skipping meals. And then of course your serotonin levels in your body run low, and it's telling when you see something that looks different, that looks delicious, that's high, that may be high in calories, you know what I'm saying, and it looks good to you, and your serotonin levels are a little off, and it's going to tell your body, oh, I want that, I need that, and which will cause you to actually eat foods that are higher in calories, that has no nutritional value. So that is very important not to skip meals. But the B12 keeps the brain cells coated in myelin. What is myelin? Myelin is a substance that coats your nerves. And pretty much it helps your nerves communicate effectively. So pretty much you want to make sure that you have that myelin in place to protect, to cover your nerves. Because it coats the nerves and it keeps your nerves to communicate effectively throughout the body. So that's the importance of B12 because it helps coat that brain cells with that myelin. Now, once you have a depletion of B12 within the body or a deficiency or imbalance of B12, then that can actually cause a decrease in your myelin over your nerves, which can actually cause, damage to your nerves in the long run. So it's very important that's why the B boost is so important, not only for energy, but it's also for healthy brain function. Because once you have those B complex vitamins, they can help your brain in so many ways. Now, the B complex can also help convert tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid. So it actually can help convert that amino acid into neurotransmitters. Now, what is neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals that send information throughout the body. Okay? And they send signals to neurons or pretty much nerves to tell your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, and even your stomach to digest. So that's a purpose of these neurotransmitters. And that's the importance of having this B boost in our day-to-day activities. Now, you a lot of times we see, sometimes it may be hard to function, hard to study. One thing may be, okay, you may need to eat something because your brain needs energy to function properly, for you to think, for you to go throughout the day. I was on the phone the other night. One of the musicians at church wanted to order a spray. He ordered the B Boost for the first time. I was just telling Rufio about it. He ordered the B Boost. I gave it to him. Probably like a month later, I followed up just to see how he was doing. He was like, yeah, I'm all out. I need some more. So I was like, okay, well, I'm all out of the B Boost. But, he was asking about the other sprays. And so he ordered the Cell Energy while he was waiting on the B Boost. And I just followed up to see how he was doing the next couple of days. And he was like, that was Sunday. I followed up with him on Monday evening, and he said this was awesome. He was just so surprised. He was just like, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm still up. I'm just doing emails. I'm just going at it because, I feel so good. I'm not tired. I'm not fatigued. And then, of course, I started giving him the more of the, testimonies and the benefits of how the Cell Energy helps in so many ways. It helps protect your cells. It helps protect your cells from free radicals, which cause damage to the rest of your body. It also works hand in hand with alpha lipoic acid. And alpha lipoic acid helps regenerate glutathione, CoQ10, all of those different things throughout the body that actually helps in so many ways. So it's just as important it is, The alpha-lipoic is just as important as the glutathione because they work hand in hand. The resveratrol that's also in the cell energy is a powerful, powerful ingredient. And just having all of those active ingredients combined, we're seeing life-changing results in people's lives to the point where they're interested in the business. Once people see that these sprays work, and they work because of the ingredients and the actual route that it takes. Knowing that you don't have to swallow a pill and it goes through your digestive system and you end up losing most of everything throughout the digestive process. Knowing that you only have to spray in your mouth and is absorbed in your bloodstream within minutes, that's something powerful. You can put in your pocket and go. You don't have to carry a bottle of pills, and that's the awesome thing about it. Now, there's a lot of things that affect neurotransmitters within the body. One thing is stress. Stress can be caused by so many different things, and stress can also, cause a lot of different things in the body to happen. It can cause sickness. It can cause disease. It can cause weight gain. It can cause weight loss. It can cause high blood pressure. Even to the point where I had a cousin, she had to go through brain surgery because she had a cyst on her brain because of stress. Now, realizing a lot of things in life, we go through ups and downs, but a lot of people can't cope with stress. But we have something, knowing that we have something that can help alleviate that can help balance out your lives, balance out, your emotions, balance out, all of those imbalances that you may have within the body, like your B12, that helps with mood, your D, that also helps with brain function. You have your super 10 that helps with anxiety, stress, inflammation within the body. All of those things can help. Poor diet can also help affect the neurotransmitters in the body. Toxins, alcohol, caffeine, drugs, prescription drugs, all of those things can affect neurotransmitters within the body that can affect, that signal throughout the body and the brain. Now, one thing is some more things that can actually negatively affect cognitive function is caffeine, the increase of caffeine, MSG. A lot of us know what MSG is, but do we know what to look for on a bottle of seasoning salt or seasoning when we're going to the grocery store? MSG, the long form of MSG is known as monosodium glutamate. So a lot of times you may not see MSG on the bottle in the ingredients. You may see monosodium glutamate. But if you don't know what to look for, you will overlook that and you will purchase something that contains MSG. Processed foods is another thing that's not good for cognitive function. Sugar, too much sugar can also cause a slowdown, cause your brain to slow down itself, the brain cells, and the use of energy to insulin to break down sugar to help produce your thought process. So pretty much too much sugar is not good. We already talked about this prior to probably a month ago, that a male should only consume about 9 teaspoons a day of sugar. Women, 6 teaspoons a day of sugar. In grams, that for men, that is 36 grams of sugar for men a day. For women, that is 24 grams of sugar a day. So if we're consuming well over that, which the average person is, because if you're drinking one juice, a 20-ounce juice, I guarantee you it's anywhere between 28 grams on above. So we need to monitor that because a lot of those things that we're consuming is causing the high blood pressure, the diabetes within our body. But if we're not conscious of that and aware of what we're consuming, then we won't make the necessary adjustments to change our habits. Another thing is trans fat. Trans fat, the problem with trans fat is that it lowers, the good cholesterol in our body and raises the bad cholesterol. So pretty much it can actually increase inflammation and plaque buildup, in the arteries that are traveling, all of those arteries and veins that are traveling back and forth throughout the body and even to the brain. So that's another problem, and a lot of times it's been approved that if a product contains less than anywhere between 0 grams to 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving, then that manufacturer can actually put 0 grams of trans fat per serving if it's anywhere between 0 to 0.5. So if you're consuming a bag of chips that really contains 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving, and usually per serving is maybe 12, 13 chips. The average person does not eat 12 or 13 chips. I'm sorry. The average person will probably eat 3 times as much as that if they are consuming a big bag of chips. Then how many trans grams fat are consuming? You're consuming, at least 1 gram, 1 to 1.5, and that's a problem. See, we have to understand exactly what are we consuming, what's in what we're consuming. So the thing that you want to look for is partially hydrogenated oils in the ingredient section. What is basically what is a partially hydrogenated oil and how is it formed? Well, a healthy form oil is converted into a harmful one. And this happens by adding a hydrogen to a catalyst. Okay, so they take a hydrogen and add it to a catalyst. What is a catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that increases the rate of chemical reaction without changing or being consumed or changed, or without the catalyst being changed itself. So it's increasing the rate of the chemical reaction with everything else, but it's not changing itself. So that's what a catalyst is. So the problem with that is, what's the purpose of these partially hydrogenated oils? Well, they use these to prolong the shelf life. That's what they're used for. And usually you're going to find partially hydrogenated oils in most of your processed foods. Most of your processed foods are going to contain that. So that's the importance of reading the ingredient label. What's in the ingredient? What is the ingredient? High fructose corn syrup is another thing. It was one point when, we used to always buy our children like juices, and, we really wasn't looking at the labels and understanding, okay, well, these juices, like the Hawaiian Punch and all of these things, but not realizing that a lot of these juices even contain high fructose corn syrup. And once we started taking that out of our children's, diets and start closely monitoring, everything changed. Their behavior changed. They were able to focus more, do their work, even to the point where, when we started the sprays, we saw a change in their behavior then. Our oldest daughter, especially, she was able to focus more, do her homework. Now she comes straight home. Now she wants to do her homework in the car. She doesn't even want to wait till she gets home. We try to get her to wait till she gets home, and she doesn't. But it's all because the lifestyle changed. It's because the things that we've changed in our lives, as far as with the sprays, as far as what we consume on a day-to-day basis, making sure we exercise as well. All of those things are so very important. We have so many of these products. We have the cell energy, the B boost, the D power, the super 10, the slim. We have the trim. That's such a powerful product alone because it helps your digestive system in so many ways, and it helps you reach your goals that if you want to lose weight, it helps target those areas. Garcinia and Cambogia, that's in the trim and in the slim, pretty much contains HCA, which is basically helps suppress the appetite. All of these things, the zychrome, the raspberry ketones, all of those things are very powerful, and they have so many active ingredients that can help in so many ways and help balance out people with so many issues. A lot of times, we're not saying that, we're treating anything, but the testimonials alone says enough. enough that it's helping people. These products are really helping people, and all we have to do is get out there and tell people, okay, the importance of eating right, changing your eating habits, taking these vitamins, these nutrients, these minerals. All of this is important. You know, everything is important for our body to work efficiently, and effectively. We need those, within our bodies, because the way the way everything is now, everything is changing. The food industry is changing. We're not consuming everything that we need. The diabetes, high blood pressure, all of these things on a rise. So education is so important. We have to educate our children to make the right choices, even when we're not around. Choose the right things to eat. Choose the right things to put in your body. A lot of times we get out, we want to take the easy road, but nothing in life is easy. Anything that's worth having is not. You have to work for. So if you want the banging body, you got to work for it. If you want the good career, you got to work for it. If you want the house on the hill, you got to work for it. Everything you want, you have to work for. And that's all we have to do is just work for it. And as we continue to do that, it's going to get easier and easier and easier, and it's going to become a habit. And that's what we want to form. We want to form habits. We want to get people to understand, okay, we want to get on these sprays. We want this to become a habit. We want this to become a daily routine. We want to educate our children the importance of taking vitamins, minerals, eating right, all of these things. That's the importance of these vitamin sprays. They're life changing. They can change people's lives. They've changed mine. They've changed people around me. And I'm going to end with this. Don't start a diet or anything that has an expiration date. Focus on a lifestyle that will last forever. Thank you.
Oh, Shakena, what a magnificent presentation. I have to tell you, family, I know Wednesday is payday, and we celebrate Wednesday coming in. But for me, Paul Jackson, I celebrate Wednesday because of Shakena Day. When I can anticipate the knowledge, the expertise, the emphasis that are financially beneficial, not only financially, but the health benefits that you bring with your insights. I celebrate that, and I commend you. And family, I preceded the introduction by saying to you that you are really dropping the ball if you don't have your customers listening in on Wednesday in moving product. This lady is most eloquent, and she makes herself available to us at no cost to us, when it would be really one situation where a person of her stature and her professionality you would have to retain her services, and she gives it to our family. So we celebrate all your insights. And before I let you go, Shakena, let me say, in listening to what you shared with us this morning, you touched on 5 of our products, including the trim, and you incorporated that in your presentation. And what I got away with in listening to you, and hopefully our family did as well, that there are a lot of people who support coffee drinkers, especially at Starbucks. Well, I'm going to be paying visits to Starbucks because there's such a big market of people who don't know of their coffee and their caffeine consumption and what can be offset with these remarkable sprays if they insist on drinking the coffee. So thank you for sharing that. Cognitive function, 90% mental imbalance, powerful, powerful, powerful. So as we get ready to bring on our quotes for today and we go to the Southeast, I'm hopeful that Mr. Energy, Mr. Energizer, my brother, Dr. Kevin Vaughn, are you with us this morning? Kevin, are you there? Okay. And if you aren't, we will go across the pond to a lady that I really, really honor and respect in this business, a Dr. Anita Poole. I'm hopeful that you're on the call today, and she's the reason why I stayed to the end of the call and to its conclusion. Are you there with us today, Dr. Anita Poole?
I am here.
Thank
Paul,
you so
my
much.
lovely Paul
So good to hear your
Jackson.
voice.
Wow, what a duo you both are, Shakena and Paul. What a fantastic call, great information. And, you know, everyone on the call, guests, representatives, remember, you don't have to try to remember everything that Shakena has described to you. Shakena's the expert. You know, she's a nutritionist. She's a personal trainer. Her husband is actually, you know, one of the previous top NFL players. You can't get better health than that, you know, better fitness than that. So obviously she knows a great amount. Now, here's the big key to everything. You don't have to remember everything that Shakena is describing to you. But what you do need to do is invite your guests and representatives on the call to hear what Shakena has to say. Because every single Wednesday, just like Paul says, the information that she is sharing is absolutely priceless. If you had to go out and pay for that information, it is absolutely priceless. And she is giving it to you on a plate. So, you know, thank you so much, Shakena. And what Shakena is doing here is she's opening everybody's eyes to how important these TEN sprays, the ingredients, how powerful these ingredients are, how absolutely, you know, necessary it is that we take good nutritional supplements, and why the TEN sprays and the Trim by 10 is so incredibly important to us. And she plans it all out really well with a topic every week. So, you know, thank you so much, Shakena. It's absolutely fantastic. So, you know, all everybody needs to be doing is bringing their people to the call. Shakena is doing the work. You just have to bring your people to the call. And when they hear her, they will understand why these sprays are so important. And yes, you know, all of these sprays, you know, speaking to you from a medical background, they're so very important for all the reasons that Shakena describes. And the Trim by 10 as well, you know, she's focused very much, and rightly so, on the cognitive brain function today and how fantastic these ingredients are to help the body to improve that. And the Trim by 10 really complements it really well, because the Trim by 10 with the grains, the nutritional grains, and the way in which the TAG tag, Team Effort Network, ancient grains, the exclusive blend of ancient grains, the way it's been put together is it has the really high nutritional parts of those grains. And the nutritional parts complement the sprays really, really well. Because, for example, you know, Shakena described to you how very important the B vitamins are. For example, the B6, B12, B3 in our B Boost. For example, how important they are to brain functioning. Well, guess what? The Trim by 10 complements that because, for example, it has B5 in it, in some of those grains. And B5 is very important for brain function as well. The Trim by 10 also has other minerals and vitamins that complement the sprays as well. So between the two, between that drink and the sprays, we've got a massive amount of nutrition there, and it's absolutely fantastic. And to think that that's only the beginning. You know, we know that Mel and Amy are probably working on the next product right now, the next secret product. So it's incredibly fantastic. And in fact, the Super 10, that has 5-HTP in it. And Shakena mentioned how very important the B vitamins, in particular B12, is to convert tryptophan an amino acid in the body to neurotransmitters, things that help the nerves and muscles transmit the signals to help them work properly. Well, 5-HTP stands for 5-hydroxytryptophan. It's a form of tryptophan, and in fact, it's one of the most important forms of tryptophan. It helps to make melatonin to help you sleep properly. It helps to make serotonin, the happiness hormone that helps with all sorts of functioning, not just mood, but other neurotransmission functioning. So, absolutely fantastic, Shakena. Thank you so much for all of that. And indeed, our cell energy with the glutathione, alpha lipoic acid, natural caffeine, not synthetic caffeine, and the resveratrol as well, that helps with oxidative stress. And Shakena mentioned how damaging stress can be. Not only just, psychological stress, physical stress, but toxins on the body, alcohol on the body, illness on the body, pollution on the body. These are all contribute to oxidative stress. It's like a car rusting, basically. And cell energy has ingredients in that actually help to decrease the rusting, to decrease the toxins in the body, and it actually helps with the oxidative stress. And that helps neurotransmission functioning. It's almost like clearing out the body. So absolutely fantastic. And yes, we have great testimonials. Shakena described to you how her children are focusing better on their homework, taking the sprays. We actually have testimonials of people with autism and learning difficulties who have improved significantly. Their teachers are surprised, their parents are surprised, and they've improved significantly. And all of these testimonials, they've all been recorded by Terry. You can just get them on YouTube. Just go to, just look up Terry Whitener on YouTube, and he's got a whole load of testimonials there. And next week, I'm going to be giving out some web addresses of some testimonials that I've put together. So and they're all demarcated into testimonials against certain products. So that's going to make it easier for you as well. So, folks, everyone's working together to support you as much as possible. It's all about going out there and sharing. And, in fact, people are very, very much taken in. You mentioned, Paul, you're going to stand near the caffeine shops. That's a really, really good idea, because people are so confused about these energy sports drinks, thinking that it's giving them energy, thinking that it's going to help to keep them awake, thinking that it's going to help them perform better. But actually, they're very, very sugary, very high in sugar and synthetic caffeine. And synthetic caffeine gives a high and then a low afterwards. So it's actually quite damaging for the body. And Shakena has indicated to you how damaging too much sugar can be for the body. And it's very easy to have too much sugar. Basically, sugar is in so many different kinds of foods, and certainly in the energy sports drinks. So why take all that artificial stuff when you can be taking our natural cell energy spray and all our other sprays? In fact, when people see adverts on TV, in magazines, etc., and they think, oh, that food looks good, the companies are employing food stylists to make that food look good just for the photograph or just for the video. That food, when you start eating it, that processed food doesn't taste as good as it looks. And in fact, once you've eaten it, you don't feel as great as you thought that picture was going to make you feel. But when you take a shot of our sprays, just a spray in the mouth or sip of our drink, whoa, you feel, wow, that feels great. I feel alive. I feel awake. That feels fantastic. So there's a better way. We offer people a better way, but we've got to go out there and share it. So Gordon Hinckley said, without hard work, nothing grows but weeds. We want to clear out the weeds, and we want to plant the good stuff there so it grows into acres and acres and acres. And you will have all those people underneath you. If you clear out the weeds, just set to it with hard work and plant those seeds. William James said, begin to be now what you will be hereafter. So start today, start right now. Eat better, live better, spray better, drink better. Ralph Marston said, what you do today can improve all your tomorrows. John F. Kennedy said, things do not happen, things are made to happen. Jim Rohn said, either you run the day or the day runs you. So, we've all got a choice, folks. We're not going to let the day run us. We're not going to let the bad nutrition run us. We're going to let the good nutrition run us and the great team effort network opportunity run us. And that is with Team Effort International, right here, right now. Lastly, Thomas Jefferson said, action will delineate and define you. So decide what action you're going to take and take it today. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you so much, Dr. Poole. You truly are the reason why I stay to the conclusion of the call. We thank you for your eloquence and your magnificence in how you sealed the deal for us every time you come to the call. We thank you for all that you do and all that you continue to do. Across the pond, impacting us here on this side, it's all good. And Shakena, again, my compliments, and I thank you on behalf of Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, and our 10 family for what you bring to our call and raising our brand. Lastly, family, as we conclude this call, I would appeal to you to go out and share. Give this away. These products are life-changing, life-enhancing, as Dr. Poole so eloquently put and Shakena shared with us today. This brings us to our conclusion, and I would say, as Pastor Denise conveys to us every day, remember, family, you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. Continue to share and let people know that we win with 10. This concludes our call for today. Please tune in tomorrow and join us again on the Lifestyle Call. I am your host, Paul Jackson. Have a magnificent day, and this call has officially ended. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day.